Hello everyone, this is RHS Prasad, lecturer in chemistry, VSM College, Ramachandrapuram. In this video, we are going to discuss about the analysis of fire clay. So, generally, clays are hydrated silicates of alumina. Generally, the clay which is used as a refractory material, is known as fire clay. So, in this slide, you can observe the fire clay bricks. It's not powder, fire clay brick, and here you can observe the fire clay powder. Okay, so these are the images of fire clay brick and fire clay powder. So in analysis of fire clay, we need to determine all these constituents which are present in fire clay. So almost these analysis or these determinations are same as fluorspar and iron ore analysis, nearly same. So in this video I will discuss only the determination of silica and determination of manganese oxide. Why? Because remaining constituents same as the procedures as we discussed in earlier videos. So that is the reason why I wish to discuss about the determination of loss on ignition, silica and manganese oxide. Okay, right. So first, determination of loss on ignition. Take 5 gram of sample, that is fire clay powder. Ignite it gently at 500 degrees Celsius temperature and ignite strongly about for 1 hour at 1000 degrees Celsius temperature. So for ignition you need to use the platinum crucible. You can observe here the platinum crucible. So ignited sample is cooled in a desiccator. Here you can observe the desiccator. So percentage of loss on ignition is equal to loss in weight due to loss on ignition by weight of the sample into 100. Okay, so by using this formula you can calculate the percentage of loss on ignition. Take the sample, ignite it for 1 hour at 1000 degrees Celsius in platinum crucible. Cool the ignited sample in a desiccator, then weigh the sample, then loss in weight of the sample due to loss on ignition by weight of sample into 100 will give the percentage of loss on ignition. Next, determination of silica. If you wanted to determine the silica which is present in fire clay, take 1.5 gram of finely powdered ignited residue in a platinum crucible. Then we need to use the fusion process. Here the fusion mixture is sodium carbonate. Add nearly 6 to 7 gram of sodium carbonate. Then fuse the material. After fusion process, it will be decomposed. The fire clay will be decomposed. So after decomposition process, add inorganic acid, that is concentrated HCl. Then warm on a water bath to drive out or evaporate the carbon dioxide which is present. Then evaporate to complete dryness. Then heat the residue for 1 hour at 110 degrees Celsius to 120 degrees Celsius in an air oven to dehydrate silica. So to the silica residue, add 50 ml of 1:1 HCl and warm to dissolve the salts of chlorides if present. Then filter and wash with hot water until it is free from chlorides. Treat the residue with a little amount of H2SO4 and HF. Why? Because if you treat the residue, that is impure silica, then the pure silica can combine with HF to produce silicon tetrafluoride. This silicon tetrafluoride has the volatility nature, so that you can calculate the pure silica which is present in the fire clay by using the loss in weight of the silica, impure silica. Okay, right. So this is the way to determine silica which is present in the fire clay. So just recall it. Take the finely powdered sample into a platinum crucible. Add fusion mixture, that is sodium carbonate 6 to 7 gram. Just fuse it. So after that, to the decomposed sample, add concentrated HCl. Heat it on a water bath to remove carbon dioxide, evaporate to dryness. Then dehydrate the silica at 110 degrees Celsius to 120 degrees Celsius. To the residue, add HCl solution. Then remove the chlorides by washing with hot water, and then treat the residue with H2SO4 and HF, so that only SiO2 can combine with HF to produce volatile SiF4. So loss in weight represents the weight of silica. Okay, this is the way to determine silica which is present in fire clay. Next, determination of manganese oxide. So after removal of all interferences, just boil the filtrate. After boiling process, add 25 ml bromine water. Then what is the nature of bromine water? The bromine water can oxidize the manganese into higher oxidation state, so that after treating it with bromine water, add ammonium hydroxide solution or just make it ammonical. So stir and boil the solution for half an hour. So after that, filter the precipitate, then wash the precipitate, dry it and ignite it at 900 degrees Celsius temperature. Then after ignition, the manganese will be converted into Mn3O4. Then by using this you can calculate the MnO. So how can you calculate? Percentage of MnO is equal to weight of Mn3O4 by weight of sample into, our intention is MnO. So molecular weight of MnO by molecular weight of obtained one, that is Mn3O4. As it is percentage calculation, you can use into 100. So by using this formula, of course here molecular weight of MnO by molecular weight of Mn3O4 will give a factor. So formula is weight of Mn3O4 by weight of sample into factor into 100 will give the percentage of MnO which is present in the fire clay. So this is the procedure to determine the manganese oxide which is present in the fire clay. Assignment question: explain the process for the determination of silica in fire clay. So, sir, what about these constituents? So, iron 3, alumina, titania, calcium oxide, that is lime, magnesia, and total alkalis, same as the uh, procedures are same as the fluorspar and uh, analysis of dolomite, magnesite, limestone, etc. So that is the reason why I don't want to repeat them. Okay, right. Thank you for your kind attention to this video. Thank you.